In continuation of our Highway 395 journey to Tahoe, we left behind Mammoth and are moving on to Mono Lake. The road to Tufa Towers at Mono Lake is one of the most iconic and surreal landscapes in the Eastern Sierra. One of the most iconic movies filmed at Mono Lake was, of course, the 1973 film High Plains Drifter. This film was directed by none other than Clint Eastwood, who also starred in the movie. What I found interesting that in the town of Lago, they ended up building the town, painted it red, then they burned it to the ground. But what's funny is that people like to say that they repurposed the wood into the market, but in reality, everything was burned down. The drive to the Tufa Towers is approximately 5 miles, and then you end up reaching this gravel road, which is well maintained, and it's only about a mile long before you reach the Tufa parking lot area. We purchased our $6 parking pass, and we're on our way. Part of the path is paved and then it's followed by a boardwalk until you reach the lake. Once you reach the lake, there are other narrow trails that you can use to guide you to other points and vistas. Along the walk, you'll come across informational signs like this one that talk about the history of Mono Lake. According to the sign, in 1994, the water target level was 6,393 feet, which was 25 feet below its 1941 level, and that decision was made to maximize water resources. The term tufa is specifically a type of limestone. Historically, tufa has been used to describe the soft, spongy limestone or volcanic rock. The tufas are formed when calcium-rich springs flow up through the lake bottom. The calcium bonds to the carbonates, forming calcium carbonate, which is a type of limestone. Over time, the underground towers grow upward, and when the lake levels drop, the tufas are exposed above water. Mono Lake is an alkaline, hypersaline terminal lake, so it has no outlet and the salt and the minerals accumulate. So because of that, it supports very few species. Species that are thriving at Mono Lake include brine shrimp, alkali flies, and birds that are migrating and nesting. Let me know in the comments if you've ever gotten in the water. I never have, but when we were there, we did see other people that were getting in the water. We wrapped up Mono Lake. We headed out to Whoa Nelly Deli, housed inside the Tioga Gas Market, a mobile gas station at the corner of Highway 395 and 120 in Lee Vining, just southwest of Mono Lake. Know in the comments if you've ever stopped here before. This place is really popular. It's got great food and they have good prices. Located just north of Lee Vining is the Mono Basin National Forest Scenic Area Visitor Center. This facility has interactive exhibits that showcase Mono Lake's geology, ecology, human history, and the tufa formations. There's also a bookstore and a staffed ranger station that can provide you with any information you need on hiking, photo spots, and wildlife viewing. That concludes our trip to Mono Lake. As we head out, we say goodbye to Mono Lake and continue on. Subscribe to be notified of new content along our Highway 395 journey to Tahoe.